So we have another day and another Twitter disaster, debacle,
It's
crisis.
entertainment is
It's
what it is.
entertaining. It's true. It's entertaining, to say the very least.
Yeah, we talked about it, last week when we mentioned Elon Musk and everything that he was doing with Twitter, and this is an example of what not to do, and calling it a dumpster fire. But now it's just continues rolling on. It's like now a rolling dumpster fire, and who knows what's going to happen.
It does. I mean, it's almost like must-see TV. I can't stop refreshing Twitter to see what else is going on. And in that case, maybe he's a genius because I'm on Twitter way more just to see what else is happening. Last night, Twitter shut down, goodbye Twitter, all these hashtags were trending. People wanted to see. So maybe he's actually upping engagement with all of this.
He keeps trolling the critics, which is really funny, and then he keeps posting that Twitter usage is at an all-time high. So I think what he's doing right now is defying all of the conventional wisdom when it says you take over a company, you want to clean house. I think, still this is an example of what not to do, but because he's Elon Musk with, a ton of cash behind him, he can sort of do what he wants. But I think if for any other CEOs or executives out there thinking, oh, this is the way, uh, this, nine times out of 10 is certainly not the way. And it's going to lead to disaster. And even if Elon Musk can pull it out, there's still untold lost revenue, jobs lost, things that just were just needless, right? Just totally needless.
And we always talk about messaging and branding. And really, one of the biggest takeaways is this is reputational hazard. He's now turned Twitter into a joke. People are still, buying different handles, and insulin is free thanks to Eli Lilly. That is not the case. Eli Lilly, just a disclaimer. I
Yeah.
am not I mean, I am advocating for that, but that's neither
Right.
here nor there.
Right.
Yeah, you've turned your company into a joke. Obviously, he hopes that it will end up bringing in revenue. That's his whole idea with these layoffs and actions. But in the meantime, is it going to be worth it? Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be fun to check out reading these interviews with some of these employees who have left. They're critical of Elon, saying he really doesn't understand the app and how it functions. And it's just a matter of time because everyone is supposedly there was a mass exodus. That it's a matter of time before Twitter will crash. What exactly does that mean? I don't know, but I haven't logged on to Twitter as much as I've logged on today as I've logged on in the past, I don't know, 8 or 10 years, wherever it's been.
And really, at the end of the day, what you want is people who know what they're doing around you. There are people who buy companies who, you could buy a restaurant and you've never worked in a restaurant. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to be successful, but hopefully you have good people surrounding you who can advise you what to do. That may be the case here, but it doesn't seem like Elon is necessarily listening to people who do have more experience in that world, and he's just deciding what he wants to do, like going on a whim. This is what I've
Yeah,
decided today.
yeah. He's going. There's no plan here. And I think when you zoom out and you talk about messaging, you talk about branding, which of course is what we focus on. Everyone sees it for what it is, which is it is up in the air. Twitter is not rock solid. Now, he took it off. It's no longer a publicly traded company, so that gave him a lot of leeway, I think, to do the things that he's doing publicly. And he doesn't really have to worry about answering to a stock price that potentially could fall and collapse. So that's given him some freedom, but still, nonetheless, the message here people are getting is that Twitter is a bit of a dumpster fire, and it may or may not survive. But it's going to be fun watching to see what happens.
We're enjoying watching from this end, but I'm sure the employees are not enjoying, or former employees are not enjoying it, or even the current employees, the ones who are like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to sign up for long hours, really intense work days, and no pay increase.
Yeah, what's it like inside the wall of Twitter's? If you in the Twitter's verse, if you work for Twitter, hit us up at
Yeah,
HQ.
reach out,
Yeah.
please.